Professor Slakey's courses are transformative. They change the way you think about science, they change the way you think about politics, and whether you like it or not, they push you out past the gates of the university.
So one of the changes that happened in this journey over the years was the way I teach. And 10 years ago, I was the classic science professor, back to the students, chalk in my hand, and I would just scribble formulas on the board. And the only person making a sound in that classroom was me, and the students would just write down the notes, and that's the way it would go for 50 minutes straight. I don't teach that way anymore. I used to look at a map, and I would see places to conquer. I would see mountains to climb, I would see oceans to surf. But now I look at a map and I see challenges. I see global challenges. I look at a map now and I see climate change. I see pandemics. I see people struggling to get clean water. All of those things were there, when I was doing my climbing and surfing, but it just took me a while to see it for what it is. And that's what I teach students now.
For me, this class turned out to be the first step in what has been 3 or 4 years that have been almost entirely dedicated to environmental advocacy.
Dr. Slakey gave us the basics of lobbying and the tools to be successful, but he had enough faith in us to explore on our own.
I worked with a group on a project that focused on the Middle East and Southern Asia in the countries of Iran, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, and India, where a virulent strain of wheat rust is a threat to these nations' food supplies.
A group of MBA students and myself approached Professor Slakey because we were looking for a more innovative class that could test our business skills in solving some real-world problems. The result was a class that took our group to a multinational corporation's research and development lab, up to Capitol Hill for briefings with senior leaders, and ultimately led us to publishing a paper on clean technology development.
In Professor Slakey's course, I worked with 4 classmates to curb the wasteful consumption of paper and plastic single-use retail bags. Inspired by a stalled bag tax by Representative Jim Moran of Virginia, we crafted a resolution that set a target for businesses to reduce the amount of paper and plastic bags they use by 40% over the next 5 years, and to reward consumers for using reusable bags. On April 22, 2010, the 40th anniversary of Earth Day, Representative Moran introduced our resolution. It was a small but significant victory for our team, and marked the completion of our transformation from students of politics to active participants in the American political system.
See the challenges and then recognize that you can use science to build a better world, to address those challenges. So my chalkboard looks entirely different now. I have a map of the world. I will circle places on the world of places that I've been to and the challenges that I've seen, and then I will tell the students now, think outside the textbook, get outside the campus, and let's do something about these challenges.